Doni Glover Show. Be
We'd like to welcome you to the Doni Glover Show. Mr. Mayor, how are you?
I'm good, Don. Fresh off a plane, but I'm good.
How do you like doing media every day?
It's fine by me. Listen, it's something, as you know, I've been doing it so long now, basically more than half my life. So you get used to it, but also you have to. You got to talk to the people in every chance that you get.
I've tried to give you good media advice.
Yes, sir.
I bumped into Don Lemon.
Okay, I saw. Thank you for that. I think Don was a little taken back by your statements, but it's all right. He needed to get the real Baltimore.
He didn't know that we love him.
Yeah, no, I understand. Thank you. And I love y'all right back.
I didn't understand how someone of his caliber didn't understand that you're in a majority black city with a blackity black mayor who loves his people and who you got stripes.
Yeah, I think sometimes folks that are at the national level, they don't know the intricacies of what's going on at the local level. Like I had to tell a CNN reporter, he was telling me about why we are saying all these things about the Baltimore Sun. I'm like, this isn't the Baltimore Sun that you remember. They just don't know. They just disconnected. I don't think it's any malfeasance, but we just have to do a lot of educating sometimes.
One of the things you have educated people on is the harbor. For years it's been empty, and you have done something, and I want to congratulate you. You know I'm Black Wall Street.
Yes, sir.
We have a melanated man developing the harbor.
It's an important thing, and I think that you're just right. I know people had a lot to say, but we have to remember that that thing sat falling down on itself for decades, and no one were able to do anything. We were able to get into court and get into receivership, and I want people to hear this loud and clearly. This isn't like it was when Schaefer gave it to the Rouse Company. Dave Bramble was the only person to put in for it in court and was awarded by a judge, and he paid $3 million for it. And that's the way we should operate. It's just a blessing that someone from West Baltimore who understands all of Baltimore, who develops things across this country, is now doing it for us, and he just happens to look like you and me. What better way can we have it?
One last question.
Yes.
Mark
Anthony Thomas, yes.
Otis Rolley.
Yes.
Shelonda Stokes.
Yes.
Peter Bramble.
Yes.
Peter Bramble. You have made it your business. I see Marion Barry-ish behavior.
Well, we have to be able to put our qualified people in positions like everybody else do, and then have people who understand everything. When you look at Otis, when you look at Mark, when you look at Shelonda, when you look at Dave, no one can question their acumen about what they're doing and whether they're qualified or not. And they definitely cannot question whether they understand Baltimore and communities like Baltimore. And that's what we need in order for Baltimore to take that next step. And that's why we all have them there, and we're blessed to have them in the positions that they're in.
You have a huge fan. I want to tell you his name is Ori Shabazz. He is all on social media, and don't mess with the mayor when he's around. Ori Shabazz, he's been fighting.
Yes, sir. Peace to the good brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Keep watching the Doni Glover Show. Thank you, Frank.
Doni Glover Show. Be
Fulton Bank, we're personally invested in every community we serve. So sometimes we're big in small ways, like finding a way to get Crystal and Dan a mortgage before the baby arrived. Other times we're small in big ways, like local decision-making and financial coaching that helped Fernando open his own shop. Fulton Bank, a community bank that's big and small in all the right ways.
Doni Glover Show. Be move.
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Look at you.
Thank you. You know, I got to represent Jody, one of our downtown designers.
JodyDavis.com.
JodyDavis.com. Yes.
How does it feel? It's been, what, 2 years now?
2,
3?
5. Can you believe it? I've been in this role. This is my 5th year. It feels like it was yesterday because I came in during COVID, but it also feels like it's not even where it wants to be because all of the stuff that
I was on the corner of Lombard and Light, and I'm looking up at these big old Teletrons.
those billboards, the digital billboards downtown, so excited and it's so good. And most people don't know it, but with those billboards, we get a revenue share. We get 5%. And we could have did anything with that 5%. We keep 1% so that we can operate the program, but then we put 1% into each of the arts and entertainment districts throughout the city, including our Black Arts and Entertainment District. It's about how you do things downtown that reverberate and benefit all of our city.
How do you stay looking so young?
Well, thank you. I received that. God is amazing. Water is a blessing. Sleep is one of those things I should be getting. I'm not. But no, I am blessed. I have some amazing beings, thankfully, because Shelly did her thing. But
and also you've been spotted at the church.
Listen, that's what I said. Empowerment Temple is my home. I am excited, and I feel God moving not only through me, but through our city in such a way. That's why I said that glow. All of those pieces are us. Are you seeing?
One last thing, New Baltimore. What's the hope?
It's us. This is Baltimore, right here.
We're proud of you, Shelonda.
Thank you so much.
Keep watching the Doni Glover Show.
Doni Glover Show, beat.
At Fulton Bank, we're personally invested in every community we serve. So sometimes we're big in small ways, like finding a way to get Crystal and Dan a mortgage before the baby arrived. Other times we're small in big ways, like local decision-making and financial coaching that helped Fernando open his own shop. Fulton Bank, a community bank that's big and small in all the right ways.
Welcome to One World Studios, where culture meets creativity and your vision becomes reality. Powered by the groundbreaking partnership between Frank Johnson Media and Paris D. Rose Productions, One World Studios is a full-service creative agency that delivers bold storytelling, powerful branding, and content creation. One World Studios is the go-to destination for creators, organizations, and brands ready to lead with purpose.
I'd like to welcome you back to the Doni Glover Show. Ron Legler, how are you?
Good, Mr. Glover. How are you?
Good. Tell us about tonight.
Tonight's very exciting. You know, Downtown Partnership does great work. Shelonda is like one of my spirit animals. Whenever I'm down, I always talk to her, and she tells me all the great things that are happening in Baltimore. You know, the Hippodrome is a wonderful historic theater, opened in 1914. It's been around for 11 generations now of Baltimoreans. So we are packed. We've got Phantom of the Opera coming. We're launching that. Phantom's been out of the United States for 3 years, and it's coming back to America through Baltimore. A very proud moment for us here.
You know, over the past year, we've talked with the mayor and Otis Rolley and Shelonda Stokes and others about this renaissance. Do you sense a renaissance in Baltimore?
You know, I can tell you, I've been here 11 years now, and it's just getting stronger and stronger. There's not a city you can name in the country or the world where within a one walking mile, you can go to a football stadium, a baseball stadium, an arena, a Broadway theater, Everyman, Center Stage, just on and on, the harbor, the aquarium, all within a mile radius, and even a world-class casino. Like, think about that. Where else in the world could you go in 1 mile and go to all those different kind of cultural and sporting and events? Nowhere.
I got a pop quiz for you.
Sure.
You're hungry. It's middle of the day. You're here. Where do you go for lunch?
Oh, my gosh.
Not
Hard
fair.
Chicken. Yeah, right down. It's a half a block. I'm 75 feet away. Park's Chicken, Lexington Market is wonderful. A great asset. Fayley's, if you want a crab cake, it's close. I know there's lots of people with crab cakes, but Fayley's is still one of our favorites.
Fayley's is my dad and my favorite, going back many years.
Yeah. 6 generations so far, if you can imagine.
What should people know about this facility?
Listen, this is owned by the state of Maryland. The France American Performing Arts Center is a wonderful facility. Our only goal is to welcome people in and let them enjoy it and let them escape the world right now, because we need an escape. We need to laugh. We need to come together as a community. We're all together in a dark room sharing one experience, and I hope that maybe brings us a little bit back together. And I think that's what our mission is here.
Mr. Legler, I'm going to get now. I ask really tough questions sometimes, but I got to ask you this. We struggle with racism here in Baltimore. Do you see race relations improving? Do you think we're getting along? I mean, I look at this event. You've got some high-powered black people, some high-powered white people, some high-powered Asian people.
Isn't that the way it should be?
It should be, but we've struggled with it. Any thoughts?
I'm going to say, if you're racist and you live in Baltimore, you should move. That's what I would say. Because honestly, until we come back together, all of us, none of us are going to win. That's how I feel.
Mr. Legler, we appreciate your kindness.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Yes, sir. Keep watching the Doni Glover Show. We'll be right back.
Doni Glover Show, beat more news. Beat news.
Here at the Downtown Partnerships annual event, 2025. We're talking with Mr. Otis Rolley. How are you, Mr. Rolley?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Mr. Rolley, how's it been?
All is well. All is well. I'm excited.
Not being back.
No. All is very well. All is very well. We're rebuilding BDC. We're trying to hit every neighborhood in the city. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Why?
Why?
Why are you excited?
Because I think we're in a time of renaissance in the city. I think the mayor's been building up the right team. We have a fantastic new leader at planning. We have the baddest city solicitor in the country. I just feel like we're building Team Avengers, and it's just the right time to be back in Baltimore.
I've been asking you about this, and I'll go back to it. Are we business friendly enough?
No, we're not. But that's part of why I'm here. Right? We need to be friendlier. And that's to all kind of small, medium, large businesses. We need to be friendlier and set up a climate where people are both capital ready and have access to capital. Right? And I see that as a big part of BDC's job.
But I got to say, black business in Baltimore is of national proportion still, right?
Oh, very much so. But there's a hell of a lot more that we could and should be doing. Right? The city is 62% black, 12% of African Americans own businesses. We've got to bridge that gap, right? If we're going to have a healthy city, if we're going to have a global city, we want this to be the mecca that people want to come to. And again, a place where they can get capital ready and they can get access to capital.
Here's a very important question. Last time around, I interviewed you about our business strengths, our assets, our gross domestic product. I'm going to ask you, this is still baseball season. This is World Series. So I have a mean knuckleball. I was in Indianapolis. This was, 20 years ago. And I remember seeing young people during the summer, Oxford button-down shirts, khaki pants, going downtown for jobs. It was a certain environment, a certain culture for young people. I'm concerned about our young people. I'm concerned it's tough to get Fortune 500s to come here because I don't know if we have the stock, if we have enough educated people.
We definitely have the stock, right? But between Coppin and Morgan, Johns Hopkins, we have the stock, right? University of Baltimore. The key is to really convince those students who are at these universities at the place where they want to plant roots, and not just hop in, get your education and leave. They need to plant roots. And that's easy to do with Baltimore's charm, right? And with Baltimore's economy. Baltimore was recently listed as one of the top 10 places for a graduate of college to settle. And that, again, this wasn't a Baltimore, this was a national. So I think we have the stock. The key is we need to do a better job telling our story, right? The mayor's been screaming this from the mountaintop. sometimes Baltimoreans get our own way, right? We undervalue ourselves, and that time has to stop, right? It's an inferiority complex. We are not inferior. And we have the assets and the resources, and we need to step into our strength.
I have to ask you a question. I had an interesting situation recently where this national news guy, Don Apple, Don Orange, Don Lemon, this guy, he asked me, should we send the National Guard, the troops? And I said, no. Have you lost your mind? I couldn't believe that some people think that helps Baltimore.
Not only does it not help Baltimore, we don't need them. The crime rate in Baltimore is lower than it has been in multiple generations. And we don't need the National Guard here. What we need is more businesses, more opportunities for those businesses. I would love capital resources from the federal government, but we don't need military resources. Not now, not ever.
Okay, but so many people were saying it on the news. You interview these people and, okay, shot of hope. What wakes you up in the morning besides your family, kids, job-wise, professional?
What wakes me up is the prospect that you never know what's going to happen that day, right? And what opportunity that you might have. Fairly recently, day before yesterday, something happened. A call came in that I wasn't expecting from a national foundation saying some of the stuff that they wanted to do in Baltimore. And I just got really pumped, right? It might be a small business that we're able to connect to a loan. It might be a large business that we've convinced to stay and to expand. You never know what's going to happen, whether it's a challenge or opportunity. It excites me because it's Baltimore.
Anything about Shelonda Stokes before we go?
Yeah, she's a phenomenal partner. I'm proud to be on the Downtown Partnership Board, proud to have the opportunity to work with her and to invest in the city with her. And I'm excited to be here today because there's so much happening and downtown is on the run.
Good deal. If you ever need a good PR guy, just let me know. Keep watching the Doni Glover Show, the one and only Mr. Otis Rolley, Baltimore Development Corporation. Stay tuned.
Doni Glover Show, be one. Be move.
At Fulton Bank, we're personally invested in every community we serve. So sometimes we're big in small ways, like finding a way to get Crystal and Dan a mortgage before the baby arrived. Other times we're small in big ways, like local decision-making and financial coaching that helped Fernando open his own shop. Fulton Bank, a community bank that's big and small in all the right ways.
Doni Glover Show, be one. Be move.
I'd like to welcome you back to the Doni Glover Show. Listen, we have our legendary PR, entertainer, guru, the one and all. Let me tell you something. I messed the spelling of his name up once. I got this phone call. It was vicious, but that was over 15, 20 years ago. Larian Finney, how you doing?
I'm doing amazing, man. How you doing?
How you stay looking so young, man?
I hang around good people, man, and I try to do good stuff so it keeps all the bad spirits away from me, including aging.
Okay. So what's the schedule for Jazzy Summer Nights for 2026?
There is no schedule. Jazzy ended.
I'm sorry?
There is no schedule. We sunset in October 2nd with Drew Hill, 6,700 people in front of City Hall, but we have some amazing stuff planned for 2026.
Oh, okay. I needed to hear something.
Yeah. Can't announce it, but just know that 2026 is going to be the biggest year for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shelonda Stokes, say a word about her.
I love her. She's amazing. She's the queen of Baltimore. I have the utmost respect for what she gives to the city, how she loves her city, how she loves her family. And she's just a really, really, really good person. And I'm just honored to be able to stand and collaborate with her.
Take me back to the African American Business Summit Hyde Regency.
Yeah. Well, it was all, my company started, I just saw Michelle Rolley. We started in collaboration with Downtown Partnership 25 years ago. So not only did we create Judges Summer Nights, but we collaborated on the African American Business Forum. So it's just really about putting our community, our businesses in places where economic impact can happen, where we can make a difference, and optically where we can show the amazing spirit, tenacity, and talent that we have in our city.
Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, did I spot you with something DC on recently? Were you in DC?
I'm a go-go head, man. So
Yeah, the go-go thing. What was the go-go thing?
If you notice that for the last 20 years, go-go has always been a part of what we've done with Judges Summer Night. So it's part of me. It's part of the music that I love. And, Ron Moulton, who started the Go-Go Museum, is a dear friend of mine. So we're going to always represent and support him. Okay,
now I know your career started some time ago. You were doing some NBA stuff. But recently, did I see you, pictures of you with what's the guy from Sandtown? Harlem Globetrotter. Chew Smith. I saw you hanging out with Chew. Y'all out hanging with all of these. What's going on?
No, it's about collaboration, the power of brothers that love each other, that respect each other, that want the best for each other. And Chew and I, we're about to do some amazing stuff, not only with the NBA Retired Players Association stuff that we're doing with Communiversity, how we're going to impact the kids that he's touching. So I'm just honored to walk next to him, to be in the spirit of where we can build and do great things for our city. And it's the example of the power of collaboration, and what Chew and I are doing is really the example of how that should take place.
Well, he went to City, right?
Yeah, that's okay, but we always smashed them, so it don't matter. so I was 4-0 against City, so it don't matter.
Oh, D Chase. Got to put a plug in for D Chase.
Yeah, T Chase is my brother, man. I love him. He's my partner. He keeps me grounded. And I always tell folks, if I'm in that alley and I'm rumbling, that's the guy I'm going to be with. And I couldn't do anything I do without him.
Cherry Hill and Park Heights, Baltimore's own, the one and only Larian Finney. Keep watching the Doni Glover Show.
Doni Glover Show, be more news. Be news.
At Fulton Bank, we're personally invested in every community we serve. So sometimes we're big in small ways, like finding a way to get Crystal and Dan a mortgage before the baby arrived. Other times we're small in big ways, like local decision-making and financial coaching that helped Fernando open his own shop. Fulton Bank, a community bank that's big and small in all the right ways.
Welcome to One World Studios, where culture meets creativity and your vision becomes reality. Powered by the groundbreaking partnership between Frank Johnson Media and Paris D. Rose Productions, One World Studios is a full-service creative agency that delivers bold storytelling, powerful branding, and content creation. One World Studios is the go-to destination for creators, organizations, and brands.
Robin!
Hello, Donnie.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's it feel?
Well, I think that hard work pays off, and I think the city deserved an opportunity to have a creative engine that could function on all cylinders and actually be creative. So doing the brand relaunch feels really good.
I'm seeing black faces I know in strong places.
I like that.
GBC,
Yep.
BDC, DP, the Harbor, now you.
Thank you. I think that, not to overuse a phrase, but this is a true renaissance right now. And I think we're going to look back on this time, because you can only tell from the lens of history, and you know that as a cultural historian yourself and a journalist, right? I think we're going to look back and we're going to be like, that was the time. That was the time. I'm thankful for the work of our governor and our mayor, who a governor that's pouring into the city. That wasn't happening before. A city that is a mayor who is so forward-thinking in the ways that he does everything. Like, people thought that his holistic approach to crime reduction was foolishness until they saw the murder rate drop. So people think that seeing art and culture as a part of a whole ecology and an economic driver is not real, but it is, and here we are.
New Baltimore is what I call it. What do you think?
Baltimore, I love that. I love it. I love it.
How can more of us, how do we get more people attracted back to Baltimore?
I think it speaks for itself. I do. I'm in a national organization, for example, of mothers, of black mothers, Jack and Jill. And I had someone from an entirely different state say to me the other day, my family and I have decided to move, and the only place we want to come is to Maryland. And I think it's going to be Baltimore. Can you help me? And I was like, absolutely. I was like, come to Wakanda. I was like, so yeah, I think that we're going to attract more people here. Tourism is up, and, you know, crime is down.
Any advice for young women in business starting for their very first time?
I will say that there's a lane in which you can exist by following your passion and also using the skills that you have. Like, a lot of my skill set did not come from my education, which I have a phenomenal education. However, a lot of my skill set comes from being a daughter of Edmondson Village. EA. And I say you use your skill set, you use your whatever was born in you, and mine is a 5-6 generation family of Baltimore women, and you build on that and you find your passion, and that stuff is gonna come to you. I promise it will.
I'm proud of you, Robin, and it's a pleasure to know you. Keep swinging.
Call me anytime you need me. We should collaborate more.
I would like to go back to Black Swan, actually.
Let's do it.
Good deal. Stay tuned to the Doni Glover Show.